In this video, I'll quickly show how I made the handguard for the katana I've been working on, and then I'll show the assembled sword and its features. In fact, I'll show 2 of the 4 swords I've finished during the filming of this video series. The finishes for these swords are fairly simple, because I made them for my daughters who care nothing about traditional Japanese swords and fancy finishes, but who are quite interested in preparing for the inevitable zombie apocalypse. So I made these swords for them, and I considered calling this video series Zombie Apocalypse Preparedness Katana. One of my daughters specifically requested that her sword look rustic, like something that was made hurriedly in preparation for the end of the world. With that theme in mind, I designed 2 swords with certain non-traditional finishes. I cast the handguards for these 2 swords a couple years ago, and I've kept them in storage waiting for the opportunity to use them. As you can see, they fit into the zombie apocalypse theme. Here's the casting with the sprue and button removed. And here's the casting with a hole for the tang. I prepared this using my drill press and hand files. And here's a very simple method for giving the handguard a faux antique finish. First, I spray the handguard with black metal primer and let it dry for a couple hours. Then I use steel wool to polish all the high spots and easily accessible areas, leaving primer in all the nooks and crannies. And here's the finished handguard. Rather than a traditional sageo, I chose to go with a leather shoulder strap, which is attached using brass fittings. The leather cuffs are not glued or tacked to the scabbard, but move freely. What keeps them from falling off is this wooden peg, which prevents the upper cuff from moving past this point. In keeping with the rustic zombie sword theme, the scabbard and handle have been finished with a clear polyurethane. The handle has no race skin or metal parts. The wrap is black suede, and the handle has 2 bamboo pins. The second scabbard is finished in regal red. It also has a leather shoulder strap, and the scabbard has a similar peg. This handle finish is a little more traditional with fuchi, kashira, and faux race skin, but without any menuki. And here are the finished blades. And here are some close-ups of the handguards. As you can see, there are no seppa either. I know that katanas were traditionally worn with a cutting edge up, and handguards were mounted with an orientation that we might consider upside down. In this case, my daughters requested that the handguard be oriented right side up. And here's the back side of the handguard. Alright, this is the final video in this series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll begin a new sword with a different design and a new series of videos shortly, so don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to support this channel so I can continue to bring you content, please consider purchasing some of my W2 knife making steel. Links in the description. Stay tuned, more to come.